Okay.
Awesome. So it's in progress now. Okay.
Andrea, remember that some of our students didn't introduce themselves here because we don't know them. They weren't here last week. I say.
Okay, you're right. So Aldo, you were not here. Would you tell us just a few things about you? We know you are from Tierra del Fuego.
Excellent.
Yes, and I'm a lawyer. I work on tribunal, and I used to work there for at least 10 or 12 years. I have a family, I have a daughter of 10 years old.
Okay.
I'm still studying criminal law in different parts. I work in a chamber, in the Tribunal of Appeals. I used to work just in criminal law.
Great.
Okay. So previous to entering the court, you practiced as a lawyer.
Yes.
Like criminal lawyer. Okay. Excellent.
Just like me. Before getting
Yes.
my, no, I'm not a lawyer, but before getting my degree, I was already teaching English. Okay. Yeah,
English
I think that you learn more, probably you learn more in the actual field, you know, through experience, maybe than in university. So
yeah.
Great. Who else? Cami, are you there?
Camila.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we'll listen to you.
Well, I'm 18 years old. I just started studying law. It's my first year.
Okay.
I want to be a public notary. And I think it's important studying English to communicate to other people about important subjects.
Okay, that's for sure.
Yes.
Where are you from, Cami?
I'm from San Luis.
Okay, you're
our
neighbor.
Okay.
Great. Gabi already introduced herself. Flor?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Well, I'm Florencia. I'm a teacher of English from Buenos Aires. And well, I enrolled here because I'm interested in legal English, you know, ESP, English for specific purposes. I want to go into that. I always teach adults. I teach in primary and secondary school as well, but I'm more into teaching adults and professionals. So I think this is a good opportunity for me to, you know, improve my English. And also, I would like to go for a degree in international relations next year. So I think this is going to be super for that.
Yeah, quite useful.
Well, that's me. Thanks.
Nice to meet you, Flor. Marcela, I think.
Marcela?
Yep.
Becer.
Are you there?
Well, she's going to be.
Yes,
yes.
I'm here.
Great.
Sorry.
No problem.
I have problems with internet. Well, my name is Marcela. I'm psychologist, but yes, but now I'm studying law at university. Well, I'm very interested in this because I need to improve my English. And I was working in Buenos Aires some years.
Okay. Excellent.
And you are from Buenos Aires, Marce?
No.
No.
No, I live in San Luis, but I work 8 years in Buenos Aires. In Capital Federal.
Okay, San Luis, again.
Another puntane.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So nice to meet all of you. It's a pleasure.
Okay.
And as I told you last class, my aim is for you to speak up. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Maybe I'm going to have you reading aloud Yeah, so we can all share and improve pronunciation to gain some more new vocabulary. So I will call for your names, yeah, to participate. Oh, well, that's it.
She's a Santos there, who's new also.
Oh, I did not
Shise.
see him. Or her.
I can see Shise. Shise, tell us about yourself, please. If you want.
Hello, how are
Hello.
you?
Hello, Shise.
Yes, I'm here. I'm a student for to be a lawyer. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Salta, but in this moment I am here in Corrientes.
Okay.
I am student in Universidad Nacional del Noreste,
Unne.
here in Corrientes. Yes,
Yeah.
that is.
Unne. Excellent university. Yes. Excellent.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Okay.
So we've got people from the north to the south of
from
the
the south.
country. all
You have to be proud.
all
of
across the country. Yeah, that's
Yes.
brilliant. Okay, I need to move this. Are you also seeing this bar?
Yes.
up
Table
here?
of contents. Unit 1, the emergence of human rights.
No,
rights
but
data.
are you seeing the bar that shows silence and share screen and those?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
I don't know how to move it.
Well.
No, not yours. I
Oh,
mean,
no.
We see ours.
Okay,
The
all
Ours,
right.
participants chat. Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
okay, great. So,
If not, you minimize that. Okay.
I already talked about this,
Yes.
but I wrote in italics at stake. Yeah, because I found this expression quite useful. What's the meaning of something at stake in Spanish? Do you know?
Like in the moment, at the moment?
Not really.
Well, more or less.
At stake.
At stake.
Como algo, perdón, soy muy mala traductora. Como en riesgo sería como lo que se está poniendo en juego.
Very good. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what is discussing right now? Like what is
Yes. Right now, in juego.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Right now, it's an idea, an expression.
Okay, great. So, human rights, concept and origins. Which are the human rights? Yeah, which are your rights? I would like you to mention as many as you remember. Yeah, I will write them down. So, which human rights do you remember? I cannot see the chat. If you can say it aloud.
I can see the
Okay,
chat.
you can dictate me.
Maybe the right to life.
Yeah, very good. Which other?
Dignity.
Okay, which implies many things like a proper house,
Freedom.
health, education. Okay. What else? Comes to your mind? These are quite basic.
Like express yourself.
Okay,
like,
the right to, yes, to freedom of expression. Great. Opinion. Yeah. What else? Freedom of thought and freedom of religion also. I think they are very related to each other.
Yes.
Any?
Be free to talk, please. Don't be afraid of
Identity.
committing mistakes, please. It's okay. Dignity.
Right to work.
Okay, the right to work. Also related to the right of being educated.
Yes.
Okay, great. Super.
Maybe association.
Yeah,
maybe?
Yes.
freedom of association and assembly. Am I right, Ale?
Yes.
Identity.
Okay, identity, nationality. Identity.
Oh,
To fair treatment or
Right.
equal treatment.
Fair and equal treatment,
Yes.
and the freedom to use the law. Yeah, we are all equal before
The law.
the law. Great. So you remember many. I had to review this before the class.
Yes.
The right to move like across to
Mhm.
the right of honor.
Honor.
Honor, I don't know. Ale?
Yes. Is with dignity.
yeah, it's with dignity. Maybe.
Okay. All right. So, do you know? I mean, this is like very specific. I did not know it. When the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was declared, signed, and where was this contract? It's not a contract, but when?
Was passed.
Yeah,
Was signed.
when was signed? Yeah. Can you say a random year? Let's see if you get it.
I know it was right before the Second World War.
Okay, it was
It
after.
was-
Yeah, very
it was
good.
after. It was, and it was related to
Exactly. Yeah, the exact.
maybe late 40s.
Yeah,
Yes,
very good.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
48. 48.
Yes,
48,
the
okay.
10th of December, 1948. So, as you said, very strongly related to the World War, the Second World War, World War II. Yes. And which are the rights that were violated in this war? What do you think?
But
All of them.
yeah, I feel all of them. But
Probably.
But
Yeah.
first of all, something that is first of all, the right that you need in order to enjoy other rights.
Mhm.
yeah, but it wasn't not just a violation of the law of war. It was more than that. It was related to their own people.
Human rights,
Yeah,
universal
so
humanitarian
it was human
rights.
rights, but it also was the law of war. I don't know the exact
Law of
term.
war.
Yeah, about the convention, the Ginebra Conventions.
Ah, you say the law, the acts and treaties related to the treatment that deserved prisoners.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was both.
Geneva Convention. Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they weren't. In fact, for instance, the Jewish people, I don't know, other people that were in the
Polish.
concentration camps weren't war prisoners.
Criminals. Yeah.
They weren't criminals. They were just people. So the thing is that the analysis goes beyond the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Goes
Exactly.
into the human rights in general.
Exactly. So what I was trying to explain that it was that only it was related to the law of war and the soldiers.
Prisoners.
It was
Yeah.
also related to the people that actually lived there.
Yes. Yes, lay people, common people. Yeah. Okay. What else, Andrea?
Great.
Excellent.
Okay.
She's going to have us talking, as you see.
No problem.
Position.
Gami, could you read this definition of the United Nations?
Human rights ensure that a human being will be able to fully develop and use human qualities, such as intelligence, talent, and consciousness, conscience, and satisfy his or her spiritual and other needs.
Okay. So we already talked about the origins.
Yes.
And moreover, yeah, we're going
More
to
new words there. New
yes.
words there.
Let's see. Gabi. Could you read them? This
concept.
I was mute, I'm sorry.
No problem.
They are the human rights concept and origins. They are the most important part of public international law and international relations. Basic values common to all cultures must be respected by countries worldwide. At the basis of human rights is the principle of equality and non-discrimination. This right is typically enshrined in every human rights instrument. Human rights reflect the minimum standards necessary for people to live with dignity and equality. They give people the freedom to choose how they live, how they express themselves, and what kind of government they want to support, among many other things.
All right. Public, yes, public and enshrined. Yes, enshrined. Very good. Which means?
It's funny. It's very funny.
Like I always use
a shrine.
Like show, like it's usually.
No. What is a shrine? She's, Andrea is fond of looking for the thing on the internet. So she's.
I've never seen.
It's something related to relation.
In shrine.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
It's something related to relation. No.
What is a shrine?
Shrine. Shrine. What is a shrine? Es image.
Consagrado.
Yes.
Yes. It's like
yeah.
An altar. An altar where you adore.
It might be protect
God.
also.
Yes, very good. Protected.
Okay.
Yes. That's
it has to do with that. It has to do with that.
It's something religious. Shrine.
Great.
Okay. So quick you are. I envy you. How do you do that? I cannot do that.
Okay. Now I would like us to relate these concepts with a reality in Argentina. What do you think of human rights? Are they protected here in Argentina? Yes, no, and why? And if you could give an example, that would be great. For example, the freedom of opinion and expression. What do you think?
I think yes.
No, in general, all of you. Oh, Gabi, of course you can participate, but it's a question to all the students. So, Gabi.
No, I mean, I think that yes, in the Constitution, it is. And it's also incorporated at the in 1994 when we subscribe all of the human rights treaties. So they are part of the Constitution now, and they're supposed to protect all human rights. Yes.
Okay, that's a legal, at a legal level. Yes. But what do you think?
Andrea?
Yes.
How do you say inciso?
You know that they say we say artículo e inciso. And they say section. Section is artículo.
Yes.
And then I think it's subsection, but because they don't say inciso, they say section as artículo. And I will investigate, I will search for inciso.
Okay. Yeah, we
But
can look
artículo
it up
is
now.
section. Is section. Ah, wait, you.
Let's go to my beloved
Andrea goes to the
word reference. It's not in size, right?
No,
But
inciso, SO.
yeah.
But artículo is section.
No,
No, it's a false friend.
part, topic, section,
Ah, that's
subsection. Subsection.
Subsection. Ah,
Yeah.
it was correct. Good for me.
Yeah, section and subsection.
Section.
Yeah,
It's
but
similar.
yeah,
Yes.
very transparent. But I was thinking of Argentina not at a legal level, right? But in the real, I mean, for example, here in where I live in San Luis.
Buenos Aires, where you are.
Yeah, here, for example, in San Luis, we've got a very strong government, which, for example, if you are going to work for something related to governor, they check your, of course, they check your networks, social networks. You are also kind of implicitly obliged, or I mean, it's not something that they tell you. You have to do propaganda. In some places they tell you that. I mean, to be here, you have to do some propaganda, political propaganda. But if you happen to post something that they think is opposite to the government, they fire you. Of course, you're not part of the system anymore.
Yes.
Most of the media here depend on the governor and the state, and the governor of the province. So I think that probably we cannot. For example, I work in a public school, depending from the University of La Punta, depending from, so I cannot say anything against him because my job is at stake.
At stake.
Yeah. And I mean, when they hire me, they do not tell me, okay, you should not think the opposite, but I know, everyone knows that you cannot speak, you cannot express your opinion in anywhere. You cannot express your opinion anywhere. So my freedom of thought, my freedom of expression, opinion, my freedom to work, all right, all of them are probably damaged because of this. So could you give any other example of something that is not a human right, which is being compromised in your reality that you can see? I will go back to the...
Well, maybe poverty.
Okay.
People living in the street, like it shouldn't be that way.
Okay.
Yes, correct. Yes.
I know that my cousin had a friend and he disappeared during COVID because he went out and he never came back.
And you are in San Luis?
Yes. Yes, people say that he got caught by the police and they killed him.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
But that did not came out in the news?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
All right.
Well, there are cases that you can read that can be read in the news also in San Luis. This one I didn't know that. Okay. So sorry for you to hear. Okay. That's the gap between what is organized in the law and the reality, what happens in reality. But the idea of human rights declarations or whatever is to establish a standard of what is correct. And so we can say, well, that activity or omission is not correct, at least that. Enshrined in every human instrument, as it says there.
What about discrimination? Can you see discrimination in your environments, the places where you live or you work?
A few weeks ago, our professor, Carlos Maqueda, sent us a newspaper that said that, I don't know, an article of a newspaper that said that San Luis has one of the most
Discriminative?
cities in Argentina.
Really?
Yes.
Why so? Which
I
were
don't
the
know.
arguments?
But it said that they care about the weight of the people and how they look, the color of the skin, and how much money they have. And it wasn't like that in all the other cities. It was just in San Luis.
Okay, then you can share that article with us in the
Yes.
WhatsApp group for us to
Yes,
check.
I think I have it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Okay, great.
more definitions.
Exactly.
More rights.
So, Flor, I had
Hi.
to look for this word, yes, because it's a bit
Yeah.
difficult to pronounce.
Unalienable.
Inalienable.
Inalienable.
Inalienable. Oh my God.
You will check it.
I hope I don't have to use it
Word
ever.
reference.
I
Inalienable.
will write.
Unalienable.
No, I looked it up.
Okay.
Inalienable.
That's a term
Inalienable.
that is enshrined in the wording of the treaties, you know, inalienable or something. Let's see.
Inalienable?
Inalienable. Inalienable.
No. Where's the no, because this is in Spanish.
No Spanish, no English. Inalienable.
Again. Inalienable.
Alienable.
Yeah. Inalienable.
Inalienable.
Inalienable. Okay.
Inalienable. Inalienable.
Inalienable.
Inalienable.
It's like a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Inalienable.
All right.
Inalienable.
Inalienable. I had to rehearse for this many times.
Inalienable.
Okay. So,
All
Flor,
right. So, inalienable fundamental rights to which a person is inherently entitled simply because he or she is a human being.
great. So this is of a great importance. Yeah, just because we are human beings, we are entitled all these human rights and they have to be accomplished. Okay, we have to be protected by the law everywhere we go at any time. Okay, now we're going to focus on human rights at an individual level. We already talked about this, what they guarantee, yeah, like the right to education. What else?
Expression.
Expression.
What else?
Freedom of expression.
Freedom of speech.
Religion.
Religion.
Yes.
The protection against discrimination. Association and assembly.
Equality.
Equality, yes, very good. We have here other examples, the right to be heard.
Right to be heard.
The right to
Childhood.
yes,
For children.
which is another topic apart. Yeah, the children.
Chapter 5, I think.
Yeah,
or
the right to be
Unified,
educated, to be treated fairly, and to be healthy. Well, we talk about this. What does this represent?
The first one, discrimination because of the religion or the color of skin.
Yes.
Yes, and
Also
the age.
and
the
gender.
Very
gender,
good.
the
Gender.
gender,
Oh, the age.
and-
Gender, very good.
yeah, gender.
Gender.
Okay, the right, I think I forgot the social,
Like well-being,
Social
like welfare.
yes, the right to social services, which means
Yeah.
that if you don't manage to have, oh, and I forgot also the right, but I think it's in the next slide. Do you know what this represents?
Which one?
Rest.
Yes, rest, holidays, and the right to rest. I enjoy
Vacation.
peacefully.
Vacation, yes.
I found in the UK's, I think this is quite important. Let's see if I find it here. No. The Human Rights Act in the UK. Yeah.
Well, that was another thing that I was going to explain, but
Okay, but no, I will just mention this one.
Yeah.
Like
the difference between the act in the UK and the Human Rights Act.
All right.
Declaration.
I found this interesting, the right to peaceful enjoyment of your property. Peaceful.
It's not the right of property, it's the peaceful enjoyment of your property.
Exactly. The right
Exactly.
to vote. Yeah, we also forgot that one. Yeah. And yeah, I think we degraded treatment, we talk about the rest, but then Adela, you tell us about this.
Because in order to find a useful and funny video for this lesson, I searched for many videos for half an hour, and I found one that was related to the Human Rights Act of the UK.
Okay.
It's very good because it had very good English, because it was British.
Okay.
And the thing is that I didn't want to confuse you, but just in case, I explained that the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a treaty, an international declaration from 1948, universal, and in the UN environment. And on the other hand, you have this act that is, I think it's pretty new. I don't know the date. It's not so old, and it's the Human Rights Act in the UK. And well, it enshrines all the pieces of law that we have in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, but in England. This is the act in England, and on the other hand, you have the Universal Declaration in general for the UN. That's the explanation. Okay, go on. Yeah. Okay.
And here you have, in this space, you've got some examples, like, for example, the right to life, the case where a lawyer, a social
Whenever
worker.
you find an audio, it's a very good audio because it's British.
You can share it with us. I love British English. So social worker managed a new accommodation for a woman that was victim of violence coming from her former couple, based on the obligation and to protect the right to life. Yeah, it has examples. Each of the sections.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on with this.
More pictures.
Yeah. And what does this represent?
Have a house.
Okay, in general, to own things. Yeah, you've got the right to own.
Peaceful enjoyment for the right to peaceful enjoyment of your property.
Okay, apart from that, to own things. Yeah, I can buy my house, I can buy my car, etc. And I can marry, I can have a family if I want. All right. Some of the characteristics, then we're going to explain them. Marce, please read this one.
Okay, human rights characteristics, universal and inalienable. Human rights belong to all human beings and cannot be taken away from them.
Great. Aldo, the next one.
Indivisible, interdependent. One set of rights cannot be enjoyed fully without the other.
Great. So this is what we were talking about, how they relate to each other. Shise.
Okay. Equal and no discrimination. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights.
Great. So we're going to expand more of these ideas. They are inalienable, because they belong.
Interdependent. This is another thing. Is interdependent. Interdependent.
Yeah.
Interdependent.
Interdependent. Yeah. So they are universal, as we said, and they had to be respected everywhere, and inalienable because they can only be limited in some specific situations and according to due process. We've got here an example. I would like you to come up with other examples. If you imagine one's right to liberty may be restricted if you are found guilty of a crime following due process by a court of law. Yeah. Can you think of any other example when human rights have to be limited?
And maybe right to life.
Sorry?
The right to life.
Oh,
Can be
exactly.
Is
Yes.
inalienable
Very good. Very good. Yes.
because it's inalienable.
If you're escaping from police, for example, or you attack them, they can kill you. Yeah.
Or you attack
Yes.
somebody.
Exactly.
And that person defends him or herself.
Him or herself.
He can kill you as
Very
part
good.
of his defense.
Okay.
The right to expression, to express an opinion,
Yes.
it also limits to the thing that you are saying. If you are talking about someone else and you are saying something that is private, so
Injurias y calumnias. I cannot recall the word in English. How did we say?
Yes.
But
in
that case, you are actually lying.
Label, and the other one. Label is the one.
Could you write it down?
Yes, it's like label. Label. And can any of you remember something that happened this week with the court, our Supreme Court, and one court declaration in relation to the freedom of expression in internet? This week.
It was the thing about Google with that.
Yes. Can you explain that?
No.
No. Well, and Aldo or anybody? I don't know much about that, but I know
it was related to the Coppola thing, the drug thing. So in the Google searching, whenever you put her name, it was right.
One lady.
Page.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think the Supreme Court decided that it wasn't going to delete the thing.
Yes.
Because it was related to
the freedom of speech.
Yeah, and it was actually a truth thing. So
yes, I think that there is a collision between two rights there. One of them is the freedom of thinking or expression of Google, and the other one is the freedom of what?
The right of freedom of expression.
Freedom of expression is the freedom of expression of Google. And on the other hand,
I don't know how to say it in English, but it's also, it's like su nombre, su
honor,
buen nombre, como su honor.
Privacy.
dignity of the lady.
Yeah.
And I think also that the CEDAW convention, the convention related to women, is at stake there, because women have been, this woman has been, I think, is affected by this decision, because her honor is going to be collided. It's going to be affected by this decision. Every time anyone goes to Google and writes down her name, dignity, honor, the expression of Google goes as in first place, because Google has the right to show everything. So it's two human rights in collision. But on one hand, Google, and on the other hand, one woman. I think that's why I think that the decision was not correct. But that's it. Okay.
El derecho al olvido.
Derecho al olvido. As part of the right of honor and dignity of this woman. So be aware of what you publish.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, we already talked about this. Yeah, that we might need some human rights protected in order to, for example, to make others easier. Like if you cannot go to school, you cannot be able to vote or choose with freedom, you cannot access to a job or participate in political life. And of course, they must be equal and non-discriminated, discriminating according to gender, age, nationality, or any other circumstance. They protect all individuals without distinction. Okay, what happens?
My cat.
Yeah, Cam.
No, my cat.
Your cat.
My cat wants to go out.
He wants to participate too. All right, Cami, could you read this, please?
Human rights also guarantee people the means necessary to satisfy their basic needs, such as food, housing, and education, so they can take a full advantage of all opportunities.
Okay. So this is also related to the characteristic of being interdependent.
Yes, I think it's guarantee without the U. Also, it's correctly written, but you may say guarantee. You don't say guarantee.
Guarantee.
That's guarantee.
Guarantee,
Okay,
yes.
just for you to know. It's not that.
Yes, guarantee.
The important thing is to communicate. We only tell you that in order for you to improve. And you can correct me also, please, if I commit mistake. Okay, Andrea, please.
Flor, are you there?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Human rights also guarantee.
The second one.
Sorry. Finally, by guaranteeing life, liberty, and security, human rights protect people against abuse by individuals and groups who are more powerful.
Very good. Okay, I would.
Shall I go on?
Or have you reading? No, Marce.
Human rights, concept and origins, the most important part of public international law and international relations.
Yeah, go on, all of them.
Okay, basic values common to all cultures must be respected by countries worldwide. At the basis, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yes, At the basis of human rights is the principle of equality and non-discrimination. This right is typical, I don't know this correct word, enshrined in every human rights instrument. Human rights reflect the minimum standards necessary for people to live with dignity and equality. They give people the freedom to choose how do they live, how do they express themselves, and what kind of government they want to.
Support.
All right. It got done, I think. Well, we already discussed this.
Yeah.
Adela?
We have at individual level and at state level. Yes, Andrea, tell me.
Are you going to continue with this? Do you want to share the presentation, or I just keep on sharing?
I think that we could move on to the book if you want. Have you got a discussion related to the book?
I was. If you want us, we can skip this because I got the false friends activity I told you about.
Yes. Tell us.
Okay.
Where did you find the false friends?
All right.
Who wonder?
The false friends, yeah. Some words in English, in legal English, that appear to be. So we're going to play a guessing game, all right? So if you know the real meaning, you can say it. If not, it's okay. We will then we will explain it. So, do you know in Spanish what's the meaning of agency and agent?
Autoría.
O dependencia.
Florencia was correct, I think.
Yeah, actually, I've got it here because I had to look it up.
Can you see the students?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it like mandato y mandatario. Is that okay?
Okay.
Ade?
Agency, yes, it's the representation.
All right.
The ability to represent somebody. Yes.
What about?
¿Cómo dijo Florencia? How did Florencia say?
Como el autor, o la autoría, ¿no? The agency es como que vos tenés como, no sé cómo decirlo. Es muy abstracto. Como el ser la persona que hizo algo.
In this analysis you say, well, this is the agent of the action. Yes. But in legal English, it will be a representation. You have the
But it cannot be related to una dependencia, like an agency.
Well, that's in administrative activity.
Okay, because I heard like using it.
Okay, so many, it's a homophone, many different, but in fact, what Andrea wants to say is the representation, tener el poder de alguien, the representation, I think. Well, assault. I love your activity, Andrea.
What is assault for you? It looks like assault.
Criminal
agresión.
All right, very good. Yeah,
a kind of crime.
The attempt to hurt someone using force or violence.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not asalto like we say here in Argentina. Which are the collateral debts? This is so specific, but well.
Deudas colaterales. I don't know.
No,
efectos colaterales, no sé.
Yes.
Actually, I've got it translated like objeto de la garantía.
Oh, no, yes, you are referring to what?
Sorry, will you upload all the definitions or shall we start writing down?
Here they are.
Okay, good. Thank you.
But I wanted to play before.
All right.
Collateral debt is las garantías con hipoteca o prenda. That's that word, collateral debts. The ones that have one thing That is the name of the thing is the collateral. That's the
Like,
collateral.
como una caución.
Con cauciones, pero reales.
Okay.
Con prenda o hipoteca. Mortgage o the collateral.
All right.
¿Qué puede ser? Entonces, inmuebles o muebles. And the thing, the good, is called the collateral. The name of that good in legally speaking is the collateral. So this is part of the commercial law that's related to TOEFL exam. Somebody asked if the IELTS exam was a legal exam. No.
No?
The TOEFL exam is the legal exam.
Oh,
the
the IELTS
exam,
oh, I was confused.
no, somebody said IELTS. The IELTS is a language, general language.
I did because I read that the IELTS it can be like the regular one, and it's also a different one that is like for professionals, I think.
I don't know about the IELTS.
There are like both, like two of them.
Well, the IELTS is to assess a regular English and your level.
I was confused. I thought she was asking IELTS. No, yeah, you're right.
Okay. I was talking about the IELTS. The IELTS that is not there anymore. It doesn't exist. It died, unfortunately. The IELTS. The IELTS. But the one that exists is the TOEFL exam.
All right.
And you can sit for the TOEFL exam with us. With our center. Yes. Okay. Andrea,
all right. Not to waste time, you tell me if any of these words ring a bell to you. Yes, community property, compromise, condemnation proceeding.
Compromise.
Yeah, it's not compromiso. Of course, they are false friends, right? Consideration, consortium, conversion, crime, damages.
Consideration. What is consideration? Is something related to commercial law too, contract law. Consideration. It's very tricky. Consideration.
Yes, it is.
Don't you know? No. Consideration is like the exchange of things that you exchange in a contract. You
Contraprestación.
exchange money and more. Exchange money in exchange of a thing. So one party has consideration because provides money, and the other party has consideration because it provides the good. Sometimes the consideration could be you exchange money in exchange of the silence of the other person that is going not to talk about something. If, for instance, in confidential agreement. So consideration is this exchange and the balance of exchanging things in a contract. That's consideration. It's something that you cannot explain in one, translate in one word.
Okay. So it would be
contraprestación
and more.
Yes, and more.
Right.
Expert witness es perito?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Expert witness.
Yes.
And magistrate is also easy, I think, for you
but it's not a judge, a magistrate.
It's a kind of judge, but a lay judge, a person who's not necessarily a lawyer. It's a lay judge, como un juez de paz. Como un juez de paz.
Okay.
At a lower level.
At a lower level, yes.
And what about crime?
What, crime?
Yeah.
Delito.
Yes, very good. In general, yeah. Damages, I think this one is also easy to guess. Damages.
Daños.
Daños y perjuicios. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we have here. Also.
Is like culpa. Oh.
Which one? One?
Impute negligence.
Imputed negligence.
Yes.
Responsabilidad indirecta. Ok. Objetiva. Responsabilidad objetiva. Sería imputed negligence.
Okay, shall I change that?
Okay.
No, because I think it's negligence it shouldn't be like objective because it is a part of the subjective.
Yes, but negligence is negligencia.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the omission of somebody that you owe the duty of care. That's negligence. So imputing negligence perhaps is when you don't do or omit something, but because of the law, for instance,
Like
in an accident,
imprudencia can be.
that's yes, one could be responsabilidad indirecta. You said, Andrea.
Yeah, I had it like that. But I'm not a
Negligence.
lawyer.
They don't
so-
say negligencia e imprudencia. They say negligence in general.
Negligence.
That's the omission of something that you had to do. And you had a duty of care and you didn't do that.
Okay, so here we have the solutions. We
Okay.
call compromise. Yes.
Transaction.
Yeah. Condemnation proceeding. You correct me if any of them is wrong. Ade. Juicio de expropiación.
Condición suspensiva.
Condition present.
Condemnation
Consortium.
proceeding.
I think it was el consorcio del edificio, pero no. It was derecho de un cónyuge. Cónyuge. Sí.
Cónyuge.
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 Conversion
to take.
Yes, the goods of someone. Equipment. And yes, this one is very important. The execution of a contract. Yeah. We don't say sign. Yes.
Sign a contract. Witness.
Inventory and magistrate. Great.
Okay.
Ade,
okay.
Would you like to share the video related to
Yes.
human rights?
Okay.
I will stop sharing.
So you have to give me back the host.
Oh.
A ver. Let's see.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay. Reclaim